Can a man who talks to the spirits, who sees visions, who people run to for help, can that kind of man be fooled? And what if, after marrying his fourth wife, the man starts doing strange things, things he's never done before, like cooking for himself, locking the kitchen, smiling without explanation, and saying, "Don't worry, my children, all is well," when clearly something was wrong? I don't know what you think, but me, I think this story is not just ordinary. Let me tell you what happened. There was a man, a powerful man, a man not just respected, but feared. His name was Chief Priest Okonkwo. He wasn't just any elder. He was the voice between the people and the God. The man people came to when things went wrong. The one who saw dreams and spoke in riddles. He already had 3 wives, good women, solid women, each with her own room, her own children, her own pride. But one day, the chief priest said he would take a 4th wife. People asked, why? But who are you to question a man of the gods? So he brought her in, a quiet woman, watchful eyes, smooth skin. She called herself Mama Eboji. Where did she come from? No one really knew. She wasn't born in that village. She had no known siblings. She said her parents had passed. But the chief priest told everyone that the gods had shown him a vision of this woman. And so, they married. Now here's where the air began to change. Just 2 weeks after the marriage, the chief priest started entering the kitchen. This was a man who had never, I repeat, never, touched firewood in his life. Suddenly, he was boiling water, cooking stew, even washing his own pot. The children noticed. The wives whispered. Everyone was confused. When his children asked him why, he would only smile. "My children," he said, "don't worry. All is well." But all was not well, because something very strange happened one night. Around 3 a.m., one of the chief priest's close assistants came to the house. He had an urgent matter, a spiritual problem, and he knew the chief priest was always awake by that time, praying or meditating. He came into the compound. It was quiet, too quiet. He noticed the kitchen door was open, the fire still burning. He stepped closer, looked inside, and what he saw, he didn't talk for 2 days. There was Mama Eboji sitting on top of the pot, a pot of stew boiling on the fire, not standing beside it, sitting on it, her wrapper lifted, her face deep in trance, her mouth moving like someone speaking with spirit. He didn't shout, he didn't run, he only asked, in a low voice, "Where is the chief priest?" When she heard him, she stood up slowly, calmly. She didn't say a word, just adjusted her wrapper and stared. The man left quietly. But by dawn, he told his family, "Don't ever eat Mama Eboji's food again. Don't buy from her. Something is wrong." You see, Mama Eboji sold rice and stew in the village market. People loved her cooking. They said her food was magical, literally. Some joked about it before. But now, nobody was laughing. The news spread. People stopped buying. Her business dried up. And still, Chief Priest Okonkwo said nothing. He kept cooking for himself, smiling, pretending. But then came the real turning point. He fell sick. It started small, headache, tiredness, then weakness. Then he couldn't eat. His body shrank. His voice grew faint. The wives tried medicine. The children prayed. Nothing worked. And then, he died. But the timing, Mama Eboji had left the house 3 days before his death. Nobody knew where she went. She returned on the 3rd day. And that same night, the chief priest passed away. Was it coincidence? Or was it something deeper? The children didn't sit still. They wanted answers. So they did what any family in such situation would do. They went to another powerful chief priest. He performed the ritual, called the spirit of their father. The fire burned. The drums beat. And the spirit came. But something wasn't right. The spirit didn't speak freely. It was hiding something. "My children," the chief priest said, "your father's spirit is afraid. Something is holding him. He wants to speak, but cannot." Still, he gave them one warning. "Beware of what you eat. Not everything in your house is from God." And then, the spirit left. After that, things got worse. The children no longer greeted Mama Eboji. They avoided her. She stayed alone, ate alone, slept alone. And then, one day, the child playing in the kitchen found a hidden cupboard. Inside was a small black calabash. It had feathers, bones, something like a small doll, tied with red thread. They called the elders. The elders called the town chief. The town chief summoned Mama Eboji and asked, "Do you know what this is?" She looked at it, smiled, and walked away, just like that. That night, thunder struck near the house. Heavy rain fell. Doors blew open. By morning, Mama Eboji had vanished. No bag, no goodbye, just gone. Some say she returned to the forest. Others say she flew away as a bird. As for the truth, nobody knows. But her name, Mama Eboji, still makes children sit up straight. And when people pass the old house of Chief Priest Okonkwo, they walk faster. Was she a witch? We may never know, but let me ask you one more time. Why would a powerful chief priest start cooking for himself after marrying one woman? Why would he die 3 days after she came back from nowhere? And why did the masquerade refuse to dance when it passed her house? You can decide for yourself. Subscribe for more videos like this. See you next week.